Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Aaron, here with Coin Bureau Trading, and joining me are two extremely special guests from the Coin Bureau family. This is Des and Jonathan from Coin Bureau Chinese. Why don't you guys just quickly introduce yourselves to people that haven't seen you before, although Des and I did a live stream a couple of months back or something like that. But please, why don't you share yourselves with everyone else that's watching and just give them an update on you as a trader, Coin Bureau Chinese, all that good stuff. Why don't you go first, Des?
Yeah, so I've been trading in the market, specifically in crypto for 3 to 4 years now. And right now I read charts more than I read the newspapers. So I think I'm getting addicted. I have a problem, Aaron. And I've been on the channel a couple of times. Hopefully you guys have been loving the alphas. We've been very accurate actually on our channel. So that's really good. And Jonathan is my partner, so maybe I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey guys, I'm here from the Coin Bureau Chinese team, Jonathan Quack. Got into crypto 2017 and I'm mainly more of a macro guy looking into fundamentals and technicals next. So originally from the gold and silver industry. So that explains why I always look at macro first. Yep.
So let's talk about that, because crypto has grown so much as a total market cap that the larger TradFi markets really do affect crypto way more now than they did back in like 2017, even like the 2021 market. What do you pay attention to as far as like TradFi charts or macro indicators to help inform you on what could happen in crypto?
My point of view, I think crypto has evolved. When I first got in 2017, back then, the investors and traders were purely degens, people like me. and right now, you're looking at all these institutions, whether it's ETF or endowment funds, treasury funds, and now we are even looking at crypto treasury companies. So I firmly believe that the 4-year cycle has already evolved. Crypto has already evolved. It kind of matured. It's like 2017, crypto was like a 7-year-old kid. Right now, it's like a teenager. But being a teenager is going through a transition period because the TradFi is not 100% in yet. So I call it a teenager because it's going through that evolution and that transition period right now. So what I look at is from traditional finance, I look into macro data like interest rate, unemployment rate, inflation data, global money supply. These are the main data I look at.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because I literally cannot tell you if I had a Satoshi for every time I've seen the global M2 money supply chart, I would have like 5 Bitcoin by now. Like I literally see that all the time. I don't care about it. Personally, I don't trust the numbers. I don't really see the correlation, but I would love to have you share with me why I should be paying attention to it as a crypto trader. And again, I mean, I literally don't watch it. I don't care about it. I know lots of people do. So why don't you just educate me?
So the way I look at the market is this. I want to think of like a water raft that's made of balloon. And this water raft, in order for it to float, you need water. And I want to imagine this water raft, on top of it is all these assets like stocks, like real estate, like crypto. And crypto is the highest risk asset on this water raft. Now, whenever the US reduces interest rate, it's like taking out of air out of this water raft, and then that's gonna sink. But when they reduce interest rate, when they increase interest rate is taking out air, and when they reduce interest rate, it's like pumping liquidity, pumping air into this water raft, and then it will start to float. So that's the reason why I'm constantly looking into interest rates, unemployment, and how all this affects this air circulation, whether it's going in or going out.
Cool, thank you. Okay, so Des, we had our live stream. Like that was fantastic. It was fun to talk with you. How do you feel like you differ? Because you're both very different people. You have different opinions on the market. What do you do that you feel like Jonathan doesn't cover? Like as far as like trading, like what charts are you like paying attention to? Like what is your trading strategy very different from his? Like how do you differ? Because you're a team, but really strong teams sometimes have a difference of opinion or how they perceive the market.
Yeah, so the way I analyze specifically crypto is a little bit different than Jonathan. And the main difference would be the fact of which analysis comes first as a priority. Like for me, I look at chart as the number one priority because you cannot lie on a chart. You cannot manipulate. I mean, you can manipulate the price, you can dump, but at the end of the day, you can read which direction it's going. But media, news, and fundamentals can be manipulated. We've seen so many builders in crypto space. They say they were going to do this, they were going to do that, and ended up doing nothing. So all the fundamentals got thrown down the trash.
Yeah.
So for me, for Jonathan, the first thing he look at would be macro, like global liquidity. He will look at the interest rate. He'll look at what the government does. But for me, I look at chart first. Then only I look at macro. I look at fundamentals because I felt like I can see the patterns a lot more easily compared to news, you know? So I think it really differs depending on your lifestyle, because I know a lot of people here, everybody is different. Every trader is different. Some traders that I know, they're very, very successful. They only focus on the macroeconomics and they do really, really well. And they're oftentimes a much more longer term trader. Like Jonathan is a longer term trader.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a day trader, so which basically means most of my trades I do close by the end of the day. And that's one of the reasons as well, because I don't want to go to sleep and then sometimes some crazy news hit and then my position can be making like good profits all the way to losses, you know?
Yep.
So I think that's the main difference.
So to quickly explain, the reason why we're here right now is because we're at SuiRL, or Sui in real life, and it's been fantastic. I'm not a fundamentals guy at all. I did not do my homework on purpose just because like I like the charts. To me, the charts tell the story every single day, all the time. I don't care how good the tech is, the founders are, they're very hospitable. I mean, this is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yes.
Branded pillows.
Okay, so I think it would only be fair to talk about Sui because even for my personal YouTube channel and also on comments here on Coinbeer Trading, people are actively asking for it and they're talking about it a lot. Plus, Dan, my co-host, is talking about Sui as well as other native apps like DeepBook he's talked about, and there's also Walrus. And I was really curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on Sui. But before I do, you guys have not hit the like button up till now because you're so amazed with the information. Slam the like button, then slap yourself, leave a comment as well with what you've learned, what you've taken away from this, especially if you're new to trading or you've been a veteran. Maybe you've learned something different about people's different trading styles. And also, I'm actually really curious to know what your guys' sentiment is on Sui if you're bullish or bearish. So let me know in the comment section. So going back to the question, what do you guys think about Sui as far as price action goes and potential?
Yeah, so first thing I do every morning is I look at the charts, and Sui is one of my top 3 holdings. And the reason why is because we bought very, very early. I think Jonathan bought at 44 cents. I bought at 66 cents. We have friends who bought even at much lower price.
Wow.
And the main reason why we like Sui has a lot to do with the team, right? But I know a lot of people say this, a lot of people, they can glorify their team. But one thing that is different about Sui is the fact that I felt like they are really trying very hard. And they are very humble because we just met the co-founders and they're willing to talk to us. And not all builders are like that. Not all founders are like that. I've met crypto projects that are way smaller market cap. They think that they are the next Vitalik. I think that they're the next, I don't know, like the big famous crypto guy, right? Their ego is too big.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Sui is that they're willing to go down to lift the company up, which basically means they're willing to talk to average people and understand average people's pain to solve the bigger problem. So I think Sui has a lot of potential. Now, of course, Sui has big competition with Solana, I feel. Ethereum is another game, I feel. But in terms of Solana, I would say it's very different because Solana is very community-based. But what Sui is trying to do is they're trying to be very utility-based. So, and for me, I feel like community can always switch. But utility, once you build something that's strong and people are used to using it, I think that's when the chain can actually grow very fast. And obviously, price action-wise on the chart, it also looks very, very good long-term-wise. So that's why I'm still holding Sui, not selling any Sui yet.
What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah, so I got into Sui at 44 cents. And that was like a few years ago. Didn't buy a lot of it because at the point of time, I thought it was a speculative bet.
Sure.
I'm just buying because the founders are from Meta. And what I did was I spreaded my bets equally between Sui and Aptos. And what happened was last year when I met Adene, which is the co-founder of Sui, we had a long chat. And I felt like, hey, these guys are doing something right. So I saw how they work on user adoption, onboarding developers, and I saw how they grew in the GameFi space and the DeFi space. And what happened last year was I actually sold all my Aptos and I doubled up into Sui.
Wow.
So
Not financial advice.
Yeah, that was last year. Yeah. And now the way I look at Sui is beyond just a speculative bet. I call them an emerging grade token. So I see it as an emerging grade token moving towards becoming an investment grade token.
Wow.
So I will see Ethereum as an investment grade token, and Sui is the emerging one.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So yeah. So that's how I look at Sui right now. Right now, it's the second largest of my holding, because it has pumped so much.
Yeah, that's awesome. For me, the biggest takeaway from SuiRL so far has just been overwhelmed with a bunch of data and stats. So again, like I'm impressed, and everything that they're saying, like, yeah, literally, like the co-founders are up there talking and sharing with us. Like I'm able to just bump into them and ask them questions. Like they really do care about the community, which is incredible to see. It's really amazing. The fact that they've invited us here, and yet the price goes sideways and dumps a little bit with the market. The main thing, though, that I think both of these guys are saying too, is that I believe that we're near the end of the bull market, and many charts have so much potential. It's important to understand, though, that like we're all sharing what we think about the price. You guys have to make your own decisions. But if we're anything like the 4-year cycle, nearing the end of it, this is when alts typically tend to pump big time. And I'm not saying buy Sui. I do hold Sui. I'm running bots to accumulate Sui. So again, it's up to everyone's different trading strategies, but I think it's important to do some research. We're getting to that point in the market where news and fundamentals start to matter, and they start to move the price. Whereas for so much of the bull market, no one cares about upgrades, updates, forks, roadmaps. Like no one cares. But now, just watch. Literally, just watch. So, any last words of advice that you want to share with Coin Bureau Trading to help people maximize profit at the end of the bull market? Where, again, this is my opinion, but what would you say to someone who's getting in now or just recently did? How can you best help them to squeeze as much profit out of everything that they have right now?
So I think this advice, I've echoed this same advice across our 2 live streams, which is to take profit. Because I see so many people,
Harder.
because of the bull market, a lot of people will be making money. But the thing is that taking money, that's another thing. Because greed comes in. Because I've seen so many traders and investors got killed by the market, not because of fear, but because of greed.
Yep.
They wanted to make more money. They keep thinking that this thing is going to go higher.
Yep.
So one thing I would say is, instead of just if you're not sure where to take profit, create a game plan. Like use what Aaron teaches on the channel. If you guys like Fibonacci, use Fibonacci. Whatever works for you guys, take profit at the supply zone. You cannot go wrong with taking profit. But if you hold on to the token too long and the market starts going the other direction, you are going to feel the pain, and it's hard to recover from that trauma.
Yeah.
So for me, my advice is this. When I talk to crypto investors, I won't use the word traders, I use the word investors. And a lot of them, they say, I like this coin because I love the community. Now, there's 2 types of community that we are referring to right now. Now, some of the guys, they love the coin because they made money and that's why they love the community. Another group of guys, they lose money and they call themselves a part of the community because they are stuck with it. So my advice to you guys is don't be on the side that is stuck. That's the guys who have no choice but to be a part of the community, but be a part of the educated ones that is taking profit, so that you love the community because you made money out of it.
Yeah. You don't want to be a short-term trader turning into a long-term holder. Like, yeah, you want to make sure that you stick to your trading plan no matter what, even if charts actually go crazier from here. Guys, again, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, do it. You're late. This is the end of the video. And you need to subscribe to Coin Bureau China, or Chinese, excuse me. And you can watch these 2 guys, and it's especially if you need to brush up on your Mandarin, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, can you guys sign off for me in Mandarin?
来我们的频道记得要 hit subscribe，然后在频道见。
交易顺利啊，朋友们，拜拜。
Thanks, guys. See ya.